Tenemos invitados de honor y con nosotros nos acompaña el presidente del condado de Brooklyn, Antonio Reynoso. En este momento comparte con nosotros. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Muy bien, un placer poder estar aquí con nuestra gente representando a los negocios dominicanos en el Bronx, en Brooklyn. Un orgullo poder estar aquí con ustedes.
Antonio, ¿tú eres de descendencia dominicana o naciste en RD o acá?
Yo nací en Brooklyn, pero soy hijo de dos padres dominicanos de Puerto Plata. My father says this all the time. La misión del hombre pobre a trabajar. Right? Like that, it's always like Dominicans come here, and the American dream is about work, 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 and small businesses where the high level of risk-taking that happens in the Dominican community is unique to us. Not every community comes in here and just opens up businesses. A lot of them do work, they do a lot of work. Dominicans are always thinking about the next business. My father was a bodega owner. He was a owner of a pizzeria. He's always thinking about what's next, and I think the Dominicans have that entrepreneurial spirit.
That spirit is well and alive in all our households.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch on this question, which I think is important in terms of, and we talked a little bit about that, the steps that a Dominican or any other business should take in your various boroughs, right? Is it accessible? And you have all that information. Someone can make an appointment, walk in. You have someone who specifically says to a business owner, MWBEs, I need that information, and I'm sure that that's available in your boroughs, right? So it's important for our audience to understand that it's a matter of taking up the phone. There's probably a certain section where they can fill out their information and get that information out there.
We have the Bronx Economic Development Corporation, and what we've done is that we've repurposed the programs within the BX EDC to ensure that there's capital access, so that there's microloans, that there are the bigger SBA loans attainment, but also the smaller loans for folks that, again, don't have their books in order, but need a little bit of guidance. They have the accessibility to the smaller loans.
That's right. That's terrific. Before we close, any last words that you want to share with the audience?
Yeah. So nothing makes me prouder than being Dominican, and I can't tell you how grateful I am to, like we talked about the entrepreneurial spirit, but just like Dominicans, man, they just get it. I do want to say resilience. We're going through a difficult time right now in New York City and in this country, and I'm not worried about the Dominican community, because we're gonna figure it out. Because there's nothing, if my mom could make it here from a poor town with less than 1,000 people in the Dominican Republic and raise a son to be a borough president, like none of this stuff matters. It's all we're gonna be good because we are resilient, we're smart, we're hardworking, and I actually look forward to the next 4 years where Dominicans are gonna show what they're made of through turmoil, and we're gonna come out on top. So I just wanna, business owners, residents, anyone, we're gonna be good.
So beautiful, Antonio.
I couldn't agree more. Que viva Quisqueya la Bella. I am from a family of cacao farmers. That's my ancestry, and so knowing that the spirit of the Dominican American is still very much thriving and shining through us just gives me hope for the future. And to the borough president's point, I'm not worried about our community. I think what we need to do better is showcase the power that we have, the influence that we possess, and to continue to think creatively and bigger. And so I'm so proud of my community, and I'm so proud that I get to represent them at borough.
Well, the Dominican American Chamber of Commerce is very, very proud of each of you for representing us as Dominicans and for representing the community at large, right?
Yes.
Because you do represent more than just a Dominican community.
And we're proud of you. I just want to say that. Thank you. This stuff doesn't happen by mistake.
It doesn't happen by mistake, but what makes me proud is to see the youth that we have and how you've taken charge. It's amazing. We thank you so much.